Welcome back to D&J React, where travel and culture spark conversation.
Every day.
In today's conversation, we've got the harsh reality of Pagpag, food from garbage in the Philippines.
It looks brutal, man.
I saw this title and, we usually react to, or most reactors as well as us react to like top 10 best places in the Philippines, how the 1% live, the great food, the great nightlife, how nice the people are. But once I saw this title, I was like, holy crap, this like pulled out my heartstrings.
You want to kind of see the other side of how the average, normal, everyday person lives in the Philippines.
Right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, but we need to see it, and I think a lot of other people need to see it as well.
Yes,
So
definitely.
let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in.
Let's go.
Garbage is a source of income for many people around the world, especially those who live in poverty. Metal debris, plastic, aluminium, paper, cans, different types of bottles that have been discarded will be sorted before being sold or sent to recycling plants. Some poor people in Manila make a living from selling garbage. But there is another type of garbage market. The type of garbage they're looking for is organic waste.
Whoa.
Just like
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Is that food?
That's
No.
thrown away food.
They're really eating garbage.
So they're
Food.
recycling all of that to eat? Is that what this is?
I guess that's what I got. I mean, we're gonna learn more, but just based off what we just saw there, they're eating literally out of garbage. Look, that's all trash, and they're trying to find food in there because they're starving.
Wow. That is freaking horrible, man.
Oof.
in many other recycling processes, organic waste from trash bins is sorted, cooked, and served again as new dishes. These dishes are called in Tagalog Pagpag, which is an onomatopoeic term referring to the action of picking up food from the ground and cleaning it. It basically means brushing off the dust and soil. Three o'clock in the morning in a
So
slum.
how is the government allowing them to live like this?
Well, the government takes all the money. It's corrupt. That's the problem.
Bro, but oh my god, that's insane that they're that corrupt over there to like let your people just starve like that.
Yeah, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, man.
I mean, they do it over here too in the U.S., but it's not nearly as
Not
bad
to that,
extent.
Not like that. Yeah, I mean, there are areas in the U.S. where stuff like that does exist, but not to this level.
That's
Oh
my
horrible,
gosh.
man.
In Manila, we arrived to see a day in the life of a food recycler. We wandered through the rain, stomping along muddy streets filled with potholes and puddles. It's been drizzling all night here in Manila. The bumpy street is swamped by the water. Under the dim light of torches and street lamps, accompanied by drizzling rain, the sound of cars passing by and the roosters crowing. We sat down by a pile of garbage and began our conversation with Bird.
Nakita ko kasi yan kasi nung araw kasi nandun kami sa kabila. May kumukuha niyan. Timba siya, binibigta niya sa baseko. Kaya meron nga sa palengke na pagpag doon sa display. Tapos nga nakikita ko, sabi ko naman, okay naman kasi minsan nung sumama ako sa biyahe, katulad sa pag nagsama ako sa biyahe. Yun sa istante nila, pag sumubra niyo, hindi na pala pwedeng initin. Ibibigay sa atin. Nakaya namin kasi okay naman.
Wow.
After the restaurants, which are the origin of this organic waste, the next people in this recycling process are the buyers, who collect food waste from these restaurants. The process starts right after closing time, at around 10 or 11 p.m. Once the restaurant is closed,
So they're taking food from the restaurants and then recycling what was left over at the end of the day and trying to resell that in their shops.
Yeah. So from people that live in the Philippines, like we have stores over here like Publix and Whole Foods and these big, huge corporate chains at the end of the night will take like all the rotisserie chickens, bread, donuts, you name it. There's just like perfectly good food that could totally go to help the homeless here too. They throw it in the trash. Like it's perfectly good. It would even be good for like another week. And it's like, if they're not scraps like this, they're whole untouched rotisserie chickens,
bread, donuts, like you name it, everything,
muffins, everything, like perfectly good food. And every night they just
goes right in the garbage.
Tons of it out. Like imagine industrial size garbage. Like that's what they're throwing. Like that's the amount of food they're throwing away every single day. And I'm just thinking like why not donate it to other countries? Or
the saddest thing that I've seen, and I don't know how other states do it, but I know I saw one in California. They weren't allowing people to feed the homeless, the people that needed the food the most. And I saw this one pastor, he was trying to take food like that, like going to the dumpsters, getting what he could of it, and then trying to feed these people. And he was arrested for that. He was arrested for just simply trying to feed the homeless that had no food, no meals, and were starving.
How does that make it make sense, dude? That makes no sense at all.
Like, why does that hurt?
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt anybody. It just helps these people that need it.
Like, just bring it to a food bank and they can like give it out one by one. But, dude, I really don't understand it.
It's crazy.
The employees start cleaning up the place and put the trash bags containing organic waste outside. Bird's job is to go around collecting the bags from various restaurants quickly so that the waste won't be rotten. This collection is usually done by midnight.
Gabi-gabi kailangan namin makuha yung gawa ng umangamoy ng pang fast food truck, diba? Kailangan gabi-gabi ko nakukuha yun. Hindi ko pwedeng kinaumaga, kaya umalis ka dito ng 8 o'clock. Pagdating mo yan, karga ka lang ng karga. Para hindi sila nangangamoy. Minsan, alas 12, dito na kami.
Manila is one of the world's top-ranking capital cities in terms of the number of slums. One of the slums here is also considered the world's largest. Economic growth in recent years has not ameliorated the situation. On the contrary, poverty is soaring. From various restaurants across the city, Bird drove his truck containing the trash bags to this pile of garbage in the slum. The sorters are already here, waiting. They offload the truck and start to sort the garbage deftly.
Bagong kuha pa lang nakahapon. Ariwa pa yan. Ariwa.
The other reason why there's so many slums too was, didn't we hear there wasn't a lot of jobs? Like they were having a hard time getting jobs even if you have a degree?
Yeah, I was watching one video and there was a guy, he actually has a degree, he has a passport, he was an electrician for like building, like doing new construction and stuff. So the guy's obviously educated, knows how to do a good trade that pays really well, and still couldn't find a job. So he was saying that he was talking to family members that are overseas and he's trying to like hook up with them and try to get a job overseas just so he can make money and then take that money and send it back to his family in the Philippines.
Because if you come over to the US and you're an electrician, you'll make like probably 80 to 100 plus thousand a year being an electrician. Which is like, what, 300K, 400K over in the Philippines? If you were to send some of that back. I mean, it would be more than enough to support, probably 50 people over there with that salary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So usually they know that.
Araw-araw hinahakot yun.
So,
Ibabaho yan. Kailangan hotel.
Mountains of garbage giving off a foul odor surround us in the darkness, with only the sorters' headlamps lighting the scene as they work relentlessly and against time. No need for masks to protect them from the dust and smell, nor proper clothing for this filthy work. Only bare hands are needed as they dig fearlessly through this mixture of leftovers and other trash. Their job is to look for food waste scattered throughout a pile of garbage. Other leftovers are ignored. The only things they need are chicken bones with bits of meat left over by whoever.
How is like the diseases and stuff over there from, like, is that
Yeah,
like a
I don't know
big
what
thing?
kind of diseases could come from that. I mean,
You're
you have
eating from after people, right?
after people as well, so you don't know what kind of diseases they may have had. You're eating their after food, and then who knows? Like he was saying, they're basically racing against time because the food is going to spoil. So
Right.
like you've got to get it moving quick, and then obviously recycle it, recook it. Oh man, this is like so sad.
Yeah, this is really sad.
Crazy.
Tapos ngayon, may dinadalang kami dyan. Yung isang ganito, gaya na ng 140, 150. Mga madalaman.
Rice and vegetables are set apart, ready to be sold as animal feed, such as for pigs. Chicken bones are not a pig's favourite, so they're placed in a different bag. The content of this last bag is the most valuable and the most sought after. The chicken bones with scraps of leftover meat still attached. By the time the sun rises, the sorting is done. Chicken bones with the bits of meat are packed in bags of 10 kilograms each. From the garbage pile, Bird sells the chicken bones to food vendors in this slum. Despite the steady growth of the economy, the Philippines is still struggling with the distribution of income.
Those poor kids, man.
The already huge gap between the rich and the poor is widening more and more. 1 out of 3 Filipinos is living below the poverty line.
One
They
out of
struggle to
three?
get the bare necessities. It's a challenge just to put food on the table. Digging through a pile of trash for food and goods has become a way for many people to survive.
Oh my god.
The chicken bones
Oh,
with
that's
scraps
so
of meat
bad.
have reached the 3rd step in this desperate process.
That's
the
the
restaurants.
leftover.
The restaurants cook these bones into various dishes, such as adobo and caldereta, local dishes popular among Filipinos. Adobo and caldereta, made of this food waste recovered from the garbage, is known as Pagpag. The sun is rising. The rain has just stopped. We're still wandering along the swampy street, flanked by ramshackle dwellings made out of tin. Locals are roaming around. We've reached another step in the food recycling process. The shop has been open since dawn. A huge wok is set on a stove. The sound of distant roosters crowing can be heard from time to time. This morning meal is caldereta, a Filipino-style stew in which meat is slowly cooked in tomato paste. She starts by preparing the ingredients, which includes washing the chicken bones in water 4 times and letting them dry. Next, she fries shallots to bring out their aroma, and then adds the washed chicken bones and a pinch of salt.
That's a big pinch. That's a lot of salt.
That's a huge amount of salt.
The secret is the tomato sauce.
There you
As well as adding flavour, it also covers the unpleasant odour coming from the garbage.
go. Oh no.
Mix it well, then leave it on a low flame for another 15 minutes. Now we have a hot dish of caldereta ready to be served.
Wow.
Each dish is sold at 10 pesos, or around 8 Thai baht, or about 21 US cents.
Mura lang eh, manok.
21 cents.
Isang punta mo ng Jollibee, dito na lang. Hindi mo ko rin alam bakit. Hindi, ako nga dati, hindi na ako kumakain yan eh. Napakain na ako pag ako ang nagluluto. Masarap naman kasi siya. Kahit tira-tira.
She told us that she paid 120 pesos, or $2 US, for the chicken bones she bought from Bird. The whole bag is then cooked into pagpag, which can be sold for 200 pesos, or about $3.40.
So she makes $1.40
After
off of
deducting
it?
all the expenses, she's left with 50 pesos, or just 85 US cents.
Wow.
Sente sa ang manok kasi yung baboy kasi karamihan high blood.
All that work
Ang
for
mabilis ang
nothing.
katulad sa manok, hindi masyado.
how is this going on, dude? How is there nobody to help these people?
Especially in this day and age, man. It's 2024, and it's like, why do these people have to live like this? Like, the government has money. Like,
every government has money.
yeah,
Like
it's
every
you can
government
help these people.
Every government has so much money, dude. Like Australia, Africa, the United States, China has ridiculous amounts of money. Like we're talking trillions and trillions of dollars, and it wouldn't cost anything to help.
Their
these
GDP
people.
is like $369 billion.
That's Elon Musk's net worth. That's just one person's net worth. It's nothing. $360 billion is nothing.
And none of it goes to these people to help them at all. It's freaking sad.
Well, what's crazy is like if you help others, the whole economy gets helped at
grows.
the same time. It grows instead of just it's such a dumb way of structuring a society by letting 1% have everything and everybody else has nothing. Your economy is gonna grow at such a slow rate if you do that. Because everybody's malnourished. They can't think properly if they're not eating correctly. Like a lot of it has to do with what you're eating and not overworking these people so they can have new ideas and they're not exhausted at the end of the day.
Well, I'm assuming the 1% that are making all the money is coming primarily from tourism.
Yeah, probably.
I'm guessing that's where the majority of the money comes from.
When we started this channel, I had no idea where it was really gonna go.
No,
I hate the word influencer. Like I hate the word influencer, and I hate I don't know. I would hate being called that because I don't think of myself as an influencer. I would think of more of myself as someone who would help a community. Yeah. But I guess that in a way does have an influence, to help have other YouTubers get influence to help out. So. I don't know, man. This is pulling at my heartstrings seeing this. Here. So, I mean, maybe we could use our channel instead of just doing the typical stuff that other reactors do to just K-pop and dancing and music and stuff.
Find a way to use it to help everybody.
Use it to really help people and make a bigger impact than just sitting in a bedroom reacting like the other channels that are out there. We got to do something bigger. Think outside the box.
Well, I mean, we could start a non-profit. I've had non-profits in the past that I ran. I mean, we can always start a non-profit and try to raise money and try to help the communities. We could do something like that.
Yeah, if you guys know, obviously the food is a major issue out there. So what if we helped with food, clothes, and education, getting them books or even money to get books. But also at the same time with the food thing, these people are trying to make their money off of food. So we got to find a way to give them money to feed people. So you're not just giving the people food, but you're giving people jobs too. You're not taking away this lady's job is to get this food. So you'd have to find a way.
So what if we were able to raise enough money to give them quality food for the food vendors? So they're not using trash for food to feed the people. Give them quality food, they can cook it, prepare it, and then sell it. And then that way the public even has healthier food options.
Healthier food, probably less diseases and sickness going around. I'm sure people get sick from eating this stuff too, but they don't have anything else to really eat. So guys, if you can, because seeing this is crazy.
This is really sad.
We're definitely, after seeing this, we're going to start a nonprofit and, come over there and
do what we can to help.
Yeah, do everything we can to help. We know a lot of very wealthy people over here in the U.S. So I think if we created a nonprofit, we get 1 million views on our channel per month. So even talking about it on our channel, I'm sure we could get people to donate to the charity to be able to help these people. But name the 5 biggest things that you guys think that Filipinos would need help over there, especially in these impoverished areas. 5. So we did food, education, and clothes. If there's 2 other ones, and name them from most important to least important. I know they're all really important, but you get what I'm saying. We got to start somewhere. So just top 5.
Yeah.
Throw them in the comments for us, please, because we need to structure this. And if you guys could help us structure this, you guys are a part of our channel too. We have 40,000 subscribers. We can all put our heads together to be able to come up with something to help these people because this is not right. This is not right.
No, we definitely want to do our part to try to give back and help.
Yeah, for sure.
This man is a regular customer here. He collects or buys expired eggs and sells them at low prices. After selling all his eggs, he stops here to eat. Apart from the good flavour, he also comes here because of the affordable prices. A dish of pagpag is eaten with some rice he brought from home. The whole meal costs him less than 10 baht, or about 26 cents.
Kaya po ugasan po yan para maayos pong pag-ano po. Tapos pag hindi po naayos, hindi ko maluluto yung maayos po. Hindi siya maano, malalasa siya ng isang panis. Ano siya.
Why is most pagpag made with chicken? This echoes the eating habits of Filipinos, especially those who live in the city. The Philippines is a melting pot of different cultures. It's a mix of island traditions, Chinese merchants, classic Spanish culture, and modern American commercialism. The American fast food culture is very influential here. Its familiar flavor and affordable price, Jollibee, a local fast food chain, has built the largest market share in the Philippines, like McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. Big, crunchy pieces of fried chicken from Jollibee are a dream food for poor people. But the chicken bones, with bits of meat people leave after eating at Jollibee, are all they can actually afford in real life.
Siyempre sayang, mahal lang bilihin, tapos sayangin lang nila. Yung samantalang yung mga mahihirap, naghahabol na lang din sa tira nila.
Sagot mo, paras na kasi yun. Kinakula, siyempre tira-tira. Siyempre pwede na makuha ng tao. Lininisan. Ito yun, mamakain. Ano rin naman sila, siyempre sila may kaya. Mahirap ng mga tao rito. Kaya gawin nyo ng tao. Pwede lutuin.
No criticism or condemnation.
It almost is good though that the rich kind of do leave the scraps there, because if they
they have
ate,
something to eat.
yeah, if they didn't, then I mean these people wouldn't have anything to eat, and it would be even a worse situation than it already is. But I do agree with him, like, you know, it is kind of messed up that, you know, they just toss it away so easily when all these people are starving.
Well, they over-purchase the foods too much. They can't eat it all, and they just throw it away and discard it without even thinking about it.
Right, and this is what they're eating is Jollibee scraps. So I mean that's all they got.
Their only feeling is that others have more opportunity. Though they dream of having a piece of fried chicken from a fast food chain, those dishes remain out of their reach. Jollibee sells a piece of fried chicken with rice for 95 pesos, or $1.64, while a dish of pagpag costs only 10 pesos, or 17 cents. Only once or twice in a very long time might they bite the bullet and pay for a hot and fresh piece of fried chicken with meat on it, one that has not been in a trash bin. But in their everyday lives, pagpag is probably the closest they will get to their dream dish.
That's so
The
sad.
pagpag journey, which begins in the garbage, has reached its destination, in a dish for those who rarely have a chance to eat whole pieces of fried chicken.
Minsan po kumuha, minsan marami rin. Meron po minsan buo, hindi pa nakakain. Yun lang.
Other than food vendors who purchase chicken bones to make pagpag for sale, the bones are also packed into smaller portions for anyone who wishes to buy them to cook at home. We continue our journey through ruins and decay, which reflect the scarcity and famine in the neighborhoods. This granny is selling chicken bones in small packs. Her clients are the residents of the area. This mother has come with her baby to buy the chicken bones to make her own pagpag for the family. Though we can afford fresh food, we couldn't help stepping in and buying some from the granny. Once she finds out that we're not locals, she eagerly tells us the recipe for adobo, a popular local dish in the Philippines.
So I'm curious about, since they are island nations, why aren't they more like seafood based? Like they eat a lot of chicken, obviously, over there from what they're saying. I wonder why it's not more seafood based.
Yeah, because they are on
Yeah,
7,100 plus islands, so there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Fish and shrimp and lobster. I mean, crabs. I'm wondering why that's not bigger on the menu.
Maybe because you have to like go actually fish for them, and like chickens you can just grow on land real quick.
Could be. Maybe it's easier.
Have the eggs and the chicken at the same time. There's multiple things you can get out of a chicken versus just a fish. But I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell us, like, why don't you guys eat more fish over there? Maybe you do. Like I said,
maybe we're just completely off.
We've never been to the Philippines before, so these are all like real questions that we have. We genuinely don't know, and we're trying to learn about, your culture, the country, and trying to help in any way we can. So we're just trying to get a full understanding of what's going on over there before we come out there, because we don't want to come out to the Philippines with an empty hand.
Yeah, we want to give back.
Yeah, for sure. So we're just trying to learn.
From tin shacks that sell Pagpag in the slum area, we travel back to the origin of this recycled food. Here is a modern commercial district in Manila. Everything is clean and organized. Apparently, only those with purchasing power, which is a small group here in the Philippines, come here to spend their time and money.
I want to have country fried with.
We order some food. The dish reminds us of the Pagpag we just saw. The chef here acknowledges the existence of Pagpag and gives us his honest opinion.
Chef, recycling food that way.
I think I heard somewhere, it was in one of the comments, that they cut their meat with spoons. Because back in the day, I think when the Spaniards like took over, they were afraid to give them knives to cut their food because they feel like they were gonna like kill them or something like that.
Is that right?
So now like the culture is everybody cuts their stuff with spoons.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that correctly, but that's kind of funny actually. Like they were like, here, have a spoon instead. Like
they were afraid they were gonna fight them.
Yeah, too afraid to give you a knife.
No, it's not recommended. Because as a chef, I'm trained in the HACCP, we call it HACCP, which is Hazardous Analysis Critical Control Points. It's an international standard for food safety, HACCP. So they don't recommend recycling food. You can take whatever leftovers you have and eat it the following day, but not to recycle whatever is eaten and recook it.
Give me some knowledge. If food is not finished like this and I don't want to take back home, what can we do with the food?
If for example there's so many food, I suggest actually you can take it home and do
What if I didn't want to take it home? Okay, I'm staying in the hotel tonight. I don't have way to actually heat it tomorrow morning.
So you don't have any plans of eating it again?
Yeah.
I suggest you just throw it away.
You
can, or just give
take it down and give it to
to
somebody.
Just pack it up.
I mean, it's crazy that he
knows.
knows what the Filipino. I'm sure he knows that they do this. They, try to.
He acknowledged it.
So why would he say why not just be like, oh, give it to?
Because it's probably maybe a governmental rule.
Well, he works for a corporation too, so he might get fired
can't.
for saying or promoting that recycling of food. So
Exactly.
I get it.
To whoever wants.
okay,
Because
like-
that's different from Pagpag. Because
I
in Pagpag, they throw it in the trash already.
Right.
Unlike if you take it out, they pack it neatly, then you can do whatever you want with it. Unlike Pagpag,
Right.
it's thrown away and it's mixed with other food ingredients. It gets mixed up with the bacteria, with the leftovers, and who knows what's inside.
Poverty has long been a chronic problem in the Philippines, combined with a skyrocketing birth rate, contributing to a population of over 100 million. All this has pushed 1 out of every 10 households in the Philippines below the poverty line, with an average daily income of less than 50 baht, or not even $2. Roughly 1.5 million kids only eat 1 meal a day. 1 out of 3 children under the age of 5 suffers with cretinism. 8 out of 10 children aged between 6 months and 5 years don't have enough food to eat and have developed chronic malnutrition.
Wow.
That
All right,
includes the youngest
so
it
member.
seems like food is probably number one on the list,
I
obviously.
would say so.
Because food, brain function, they're able to think better,
Yeah,
you know, have better ideas and maybe help themselves get out of those situations.
that would be nice.
If you don't have any food in your system, like the only thing you're thinking is, I need to eat something.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
like,
all you're focused on.
Yeah, you're in survival mode. So once you're out of survival mode, you're like, okay, what's the next step? Well, let me get to here. Let me get to here now. Like, but you can't even do that when you have no food in your system.
Can't think straight.
Oh my gosh, man, this is
terrible.
so sad.
Of this family.
How old are you? 3. You want something? Okay, you sit with me here. Yeah, you can take as much as you want.
I didn't bring his to hospital eh. So I didn't know if why he's, I think, a little bit thin.
He's a little bit thin for his age.
For his age.
So you think because of he doesn't have enough vitamin?
Maybe. You know, just
The mother is well aware that her child's deformed body is a sign of malnutrition. But her tiny income doesn't allow her to provide enough food to all of her 6 children.
Oh my gosh.
So you think they have enough protein to eat?
no, there is no. Because every day we need to eat.
Why have so like if you're in like poverty, why have so many kids?
I don't think it's something you're thinking of as choice that I'm just going to keep doing it. I just think people are having unprotected sex, and that's just what happens, obviously. Yeah.
It's like not planned.
No, of course not.
That's insane.
A balanced diet, you know, every day. But I can achieve that. What is, ano meron, what we have, we need to eat what we have. If wala, like if there's nothing. I can provide to give him a meal because she's the one who get milk because I'm in work.
So since when that he stopped taking milk?
1 year old, 2 years old.
So he only had milk for one year.
Yeah.
I have seen how illegal
1 year for
drugs
how long?
destroy individuals
No, milk, like breast milk.
Oh,
like
no,
feeding
no,
from
no.
1 year old.
I gotcha.
and ruin family relationships.
President Duterte's war on drugs has affected the livelihoods of many poor families. It has worsened the situation of already poor families.
The side of my husband, yeah.
Her husband was shot and killed by the police,
Wow.
despite having no connection to drug crimes, but just because he happened to be walking near the area where the operation was taking
That's
place.
horrible.
The family was left without their father figure.
God.
The mother had no choice but to bring all 6 children to come to live with her parents. One of her children is now being taken care of by the staff of a private social organization which works with children.
My husband go to jail with
And like, I mean, as a single mom of 6 kids, you know how hard it is to probably find a male figure that
Yeah.
wants to come in and be the hero and take over you and 6, 7 people.
Right.
That's like a lot
That's-
to put on any man out there.
Yeah,
So,
that's a hard ask.
oh man, that's like a blow to the whole family right there. That's,
Yeah,
so
that's brutal.
sad.
there's he set up, and I asked the officers why he is
In jail.
jail. They said to me that your husband is in the area of bypass operation. Although you're not in the house, but you're in the perimeter.
Then you
Yeah.
are guilty too.
Yes, you're also in the area. I think it's 15 meters in the area. Everyone who's in the area will get the police, the officer. So maybe I'm worried about the food because the
That's crazy.
one they get, the one they intake is their body is not good enough. There's less vitamins, less minerals because of the kind of food they eat. So if I will given a chance, of course I want to give best food for my children.
Mm-hmm. But you just cannot.
I cannot.
The money they have is not enough. So it's only one or two of them feeding 10 children, 10 members of the family. So I don't think that we have work, but it's not enough really to really support the needed food.
So like here in the US, we have food banks.
Yeah.
You know, where the homeless and people in need can go and like get food. I wonder if they have food banks over there that help these people out. If there's nothing like that, I mean, maybe that's
trash, dude.
Well, what I'm saying is, if they don't have that, maybe that's an option of something that we can help put together. You know,
food
bring
bank?
some type of food
Yeah.
bank. I don't know how that works. You know, we'd have to get with some people that are in that industry and figure that out. But I think that would be a great way to try to help these people out.
Yeah, like that one YouTuber, he went out there and bought like, you know, whatever, couple $100 worth of food, but it fed like 500 or 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the donations that come in to the charity that we're going to build, I mean, we could build something over there, or just, you know, have a space that's leased out for the food bank, and then have people donate food and, you know, money to even buy more food.
Well, I mean, if you build something like that, then the people in the community can actually work it and actually make a living doing it, so they can actually make money.
Yeah, you can create jobs. Yeah, for sure. That would be really important, because bro, these people can't keep living like this. This is terrible.
This is sad.
Of the children. If you will see, if you can read our news, for every 10 children, there are still 4 to 6 children who are still malnourished under 5 years old.
4 to 6, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I don't think that we're already good in terms of nutrition problem in the Philippines.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
These kids with malnutrition should immediately be placed under a doctor's care. But the issue is severe, widespread, and out of control in the Philippines. Manila has always been densely populated. Still, many people are flooding in to search for better opportunities in the capital city. Every inch is packed with people, including cemeteries, which are often turned into housing for the living instead. Tackling food...
They're living in the cemeteries?
Yeah.
1/3 of children under the age of 5 suffers with cretinism.
Scarcity by growing their own food is hardly possible in Manila. As seen with this family. 11 people are living in a 10 square meter space. It already seems impossible to organize sleeping space for everyone.
I was gonna say, like, how are they like cleaning their clothes and taking showers, and do they have running water out there?
I mean, obviously they had a bucket of water for the kid to take a bath in. So they have running water of some sort. I don't know how clean it is, or...
Is that another problem too? Like clean drinking water, or do you guys have wells out there that you can draw water from? Like, how do you guys get your water too, or how do they get their water? Because that's like, you know, food and water is the number one thing that you have to have to survive.
I mean, they're surrounded by water with the ocean. I wonder if they have like what do you call it?
Desalinization plants.
Yeah. Where they could use the water.
The thing with desalinization plants is they're like 3 to 4 times more expensive than running a regular plant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have to filter out all the salt in the water. It's not easy to do. You have to have like crazy efficient machines to be able to do that. So I highly doubt if they're living like this, they have a desalinization plant.
Any space for vegetation or livestock. We are back to the same spot where we were this morning. There are still people digging through the piles of trash, hoping to find something to sell to food vendors to make pagpag, or to take home to cook their own pagpag for their family. We keep wondering to ourselves, how hungry do you have to be to eat food from other people's trash?
Starving.
Because they are fully aware that pagpag is not hygienic, and it exposes them to various diseases.
It's so bad.
Ito lang ang Jollibee lang, no? May ganun. Sarap niyo. Mas masarap pong Jollibee sa akin. Kasi ito, may buto-buto. Yun po ma'am, buo po yun. Kaya ano po yun, doon mabubusog ka. Pero busog ka rin naman dito, ma'am, pagka marami kang ano, babitin.
Siyempre, yung mga masasarap na.
Katulad na.
Kaya ng lechon. Wow, yung mga hindi nakakain dito sa lugar namin. Siyempre.
But what else could you do when you have so few options in life? You either die of starvation or live off garbage.
Yeah, man, we really gotta try to do something.
I feel like so blessed to be in a position to where I can help and have, you know, somewhat of an influence on YouTube to be able to make an impact over there. And it's crazy to see like all these other reaction channels, like they have the power to help too. So maybe we can, you know, talk to
Maybe
them.
team up with them and get other people involved that can help.
Yeah, because a lot of the other reaction channels have 1 million subscribers, 100,000
Yeah, they've got
subscribers.
access to people around the world that could pitch in and help and do something to help these people because they desperately need it right now.
Yeah, like I said in the comments, let us know the top 5 like biggest issues that you know that they need help with, or even yourself that you need help with. Because after watching this, we're 100% creating a nonprofit to help you guys with food, whatever the top 5 things are. We're gonna try our best to hit all top 5, but we might at the beginning only be able to do a couple things, you know, and as it gets bigger, we'll be able to tackle more of the issues out there. But wow, that was pretty rough to watch.
Yeah, that was really sad, man. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
No, I wasn't either. I mean, the title kind of caught my eye, and I was like, there's no way that they're eating out of the trash, but they really are eating leftover scraps from other. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was like trash, like I described from like Whole Foods and stuff.
Yeah, just like regular foods that just didn't get bought.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they just put it out that night and take it and it's still good. But these are like the scraps of food.
From eating from other people.
Correct.
And like I said, there's like that one chef said there's like bacteria after everybody's eating. You don't know what bacteria. They have cavities, plaque buildup.
All kinds of stuff.
It's in the chicken, and then they're mixing it with all the other stuff. And I mean, the diseases.
And then it spoils, you got salmonella and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, we have to help. It would be cool to do the food, the water, the clothes, and the education, you know, because the education is going to be able to help them get out of situations.
Yeah. Be able to get jobs and maybe even create businesses, things for themselves.
Yeah, things that'll really impact them and have a great impact on their family and the family lineage over the years. Kind of break that.
Get the whole family out of poverty.
Kind of break that cycle, you know, because wow, this was really, really bad.
Yeah, that was pretty heart-wrenching, man.
Yeah,
that was tough.
But like I said, in the comments, please leave, you know, the top 5 things that, you know, for our charity that we're building, our nonprofit, the top 5 things that we could help with, because we're going to start working on that ASAP.
Yes.
We'll build out a roadmap, you know, of how we can help, and we'll probably put it on our community page on our YouTube, and so everybody can see it, and maybe, I don't know, build some t-shirts and stuff, and everything that comes in from the t-shirts start, you know, pushing
the
towards
funding.
that. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do everything we can. Just give us a little bit of time. This was brutal, man. This was really brutal to watch. But yeah, just give us some time. We'll build a nonprofit. We'll get the t-shirt stuff going. So everything that comes in from the t-shirts will go to feeding these poor families and kids out there. You guys have been so cool to us and the community, and I feel like we've really made a connection with you guys over the last like 6-7 months, you know, that we got into like SB19 and, you know, the Philippine culture. And
they're just amazing people.
Nicest people in the comments I've ever seen. Like, so nice. So
giving too, man.
Very giving, yeah.
All of them. We've had people say that you can come stay at our house. We'll tour you around, take you out to eat.
Yeah.
People are just incredible, man.
Yeah, super nice. There's even Filipinos on our Patreon that can barely afford to get by, and, you know, they're paying, you know, $5-10 a month to be on our Patreon, and they're saying they can't really afford it, but it's like a treat to them, and that like broke
that is
dude,
amazing.
that broke my heart. So like I said to them before, like, you know, you're doing this, you don't have to do it, but we will give back tenfold. Just be patient, bear with us. We're coming over there in earliest August, latest November. I think you guys told us to come in November because August is like monsoon season.
So I've had mixed reports. Like, I don't know what to do now because it's like a 50-50. Some have said don't come in November, and then others said do come in November. So
well,
I don't know
there's
what it is.
7,100 islands,
True,
so maybe
So
the weather is different on every single island. Maybe.
I'm sure,
but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, more than likely we'll probably be out there in November because that's when our lease is up here in the U.S. So you'll probably
move on.
Probably see us out there, but that gives us like 9 months to build, like really structure and build this thing out right, and try to get people on our side. Maybe we could even get SB19 to jump in and help. That would be sweet.
That would be amazing.
Because the whole country seems to know who they are now, and I feel like that would have a major impact because their social following between all of the guys is like probably 10 times ours.
Oh, of course.
No, more than that, probably like 100 times ours. So they would be able to make a
Reach
bigger
more
impact.
people.
But we could at least start and get the ball rolling.
Sure.
You know, so
that would be incredible if they would jump in with us.
Yeah, we're gonna do everything we can, guys. Just bear with us. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. With that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.